Super Reaction Bros? I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
Or hey, are you pissed that you haven't seen Kiefer Sutherland chase down somebody in a while?
Damn it!
And say that. So, the new streaming service that sounds like a weird new yoga position has you covered.
They are bringing back.
This is the official teaser trailer for Quibi, however you freaking say it.
For Quibi's
The Fugitive.
Yes.
So yes, this is a remake.
Of sorts.
It's a remake of sorts of the original. While the original was about FBI agent chasing down, if you're looking at the Harrison Ford version or the original 60s TV series version, it was about a man being chased down who was innocent and the cop who's chasing after him.
Yes.
It was a really good cat and mouse thriller back then. Then there's that kind of Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones.
And then the follow-up they did with it with
U.S. Marshals, which was Wesley. I know it was Wesley Snipes.
It was Wesley Snipes.
It was Wesley Snipes and Tommy Lee Jones. So basically, the plot it's not the same plot, but it follows the same structure.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland stars as a New York City police cop or detective.
A detective,
pretty much chasing down a blue-collar worker who is being framed for a terrorist bombing in New York.
Yeah. Now,
one last thing, and the series being directed by somebody who worked on 24 with Kiefer Sutherland.
Cool. Now, for those who haven't heard about Quibi, I read about it and it sounds very interesting. It is a new streaming service, but only for your phones, and it's more of each episode is pretty much 10 minutes or less. Because they want to make it to where it's like if you're on the fly, you want to watch an episode, you could watch it in 10 minutes or less for each episode. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but that's what it is. Quibi. It's like it's on your phone. It's only made for your phone type of streaming service where you can watch it either straight up or even sideways. But that's what this is, and it's less than 10 minutes where you can watch it. And it said each episode is literally every single day.
So what you're saying is millennials don't have an attention span long enough past 15 minutes?
I'm guessing that's what they're doing here.
So let's check this out.
For this quick teaser for The Fugitive. So here we go.
I'm not going back to prison again for something I didn't do.
Again, okay.
Mike Farrow is our one and only suspect in this morning's bombing. He is currently at large and armed. Let's go make our case. Make no mistake, we're gonna take him down. Anything counts. He's to be shot on sight.
Oh, cool. April 2020.
I like it only because I know you understand. You don't like it because it's like, so wait, 10 minutes? No.
Let me reiterate, because I feel like I'm just bagging on it because...
No, I understand that, but...
Look, Cartoon Network has a bunch... You already know this. Cartoon Network has a bunch of shows that go 10 to 15 minutes total.
Yeah.
You know? That makes sense from an animated standpoint. From an animated series standpoint, I think that really makes sense, because... That's a good attention span. It's a good 10 to 15 minutes. Get the entire story across. End of episode.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know if that can work with a live action setting as much. Because basically 4 episodes of this show is equivalent to watching 1 hour of what I expected it to be.
And they said too, this is actually going to be daily, where it's like every day, pretty much. It's like there's an episode every single day and things like that.
That's something else that Cartoon Network does as well.
And they have it set to where it's released during a time when, okay, this is for mature audience. We're gonna have this released in the evening, late in the evening for for the adults and things like that.
I feel like I feel like
that's what they're doing. I see it as a good thing because I look at the production value. They don't have to put in full amounts of production into like a longer episode. It's like here, it's like, okay, we're shooting these 10 minutes.
We'll see. I would agree with that if it was an animated series. Here, you saw. Look at the production value on this alone.
And I know that, but I think it's a small one they could work with, something they could deal with, and things like that. Yes, you have explosions, stuff like that, but we've seen films on a lower production cost, and they still came out to be great, especially with explosions and this and that.
I don't know. Okay, for Quibi, I really don't.
I'm not saying I'm going to sign up for Quibi. I'm not saying that. I'm just stating.
I know. I want to get back to the actual show itself.
But the show looks.
The show looks interesting. Yeah, the one big aspect you're changing is he's a former criminal trying to turn his life around.
He is trying to turn his life around, and he doesn't want to go back to prison.
They don't really explain how he's being framed or set up, because it just shows him in the subway.
And I'm guessing that throughout each episode, we find out very slowly of like his past, and maybe what Kiefer Sutherland's trying to find about this guy, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a good series for all intents and purposes. It does look like it could be a good series. I mean, it's following the same structure as the original Fugitive series, but it's following its own story, which I don't mind. You don't have to follow note for note, what the original gave us.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. So, and this one, okay, I never saw the original series, but I do remember the Harrison Ford one is different in the aspect that we're not following him after he's been arrested and then he's run away. No, it's they automatically suspect number one.
He's suspect number one because everything's pointing to him.
Everything's pointing to him. So it's less like he got, and then they're changing that for him, and he was a former criminal. So automatically, when they have enough evidence that goes towards him, they're going to, of course, go after him. I like that. That's a little change of pace from what the original and the Harrison Ford remake gave us.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't mind that. And it has Kiefer Sutherland. And it has a guy who worked on 24 attached to it. So it could be a good show.
Which perfectly, especially when it's like, again, 10 minutes or less and things like that. And somebody who's worked on a show that dealt with hour by hour, now it's like he's dealing with, we're dealing with 10 minutes now.
And that's my point is, I think regardless of my thoughts about what I feel like what the Q's doing, it still could be a good show. It still could be a really good show. I feel like this format is not going to last.
I don't think Quibi's going to last.
It's like...
Because Quibi, that's what it's all set up to be.
I get the purpose of Quibi. Nowadays, most millennials have only a attention span that goes so far.
But not only that...
Or regular everyday people can only watch so much before they have to go to work, or have to get off the bus to go to work, or have to leave for something else and something. That makes sense. I think that's clever. But when you're doing it with nothing but live action drama series, it feels like there is a bit of a disconnect.
No, I think there is a formula there. I think if they do this right, they really found a formula to where it can work. If they saw the animation can do it, they're like, we can do it live action, but we got to do it in a way where it's different and it's unique, but thrown with a lot of information. Not too much, but just enough information where it has you interested in each episode, every single day episode. So I think if they do it right, they have the right formula, this could succeed if they do it right. That's what I think personally.
I don't know.
But again, everybody has their own thoughts of what they want in a show or what they want to quickly watch. But like I said, like you said, I think it's a great idea, especially for those who never have time to sit down and watch a full-length series or anything like that, because they're always on the move or always busy. So this is the perfect way of, hey, they can watch like 10 minutes.
It does kind of suck too. And I think about it, it's like, okay, you look past the 10 to 15 minute part. What if I want to come home and not watch it off my phone? I have to watch it off the Fugitive save.
I'm pretty sure they have the option where you could do the Chromecast, but I think it's still going to be something controlled from your phone, though, still.
Yeah,
no matter what, that's about it.
I think that's another thing that probably bugs me a bit less than the whole 10 to 15 minute thing. But as for the series itself, yeah, it has Kiefer Sutherland. Of course, it's probably going to be good. So, no, it looks... I wouldn't mind checking that out. Yeah. All 15 to 20 minutes of it. So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about people running away from Kiefer Sutherland, which you shouldn't, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this, not only teaser in the series itself. Are you a fan of the original series? Are you a fan of the Harrison Ford? Was it Harrison Ford? No, it was Tommy Lee Jones. Sorry, Tommy Lee Jones versions and stuff like that. Did you love how they took those, or developed them? Are you excited to see, return again, but this time it's in a shorter series? Let us know in the comments below. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Japan does this actually. They do a lot of web series where it's only about 10 to 15 minutes long. That's what they do it because I know my
So
wife
wait,
watched.
you're telling me American didn't come up with the idea? Japanese people came up with this idea?
But that's why I said I believe they're the ones who kind of started it up, and then we took it in a route where we grabbed it for animation, and now we're deciding to use it for live action.
Right.
Because see, my wife, she's watched a few series where it's like each episode was like 10 to 15 minutes long. And it was very long series, but it was about 10 to 15, and it was a web series. You could watch it on the web and things like that. But I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's like they've done it before. Do you think this series will last, or you think the streaming service will last because of it? Do you think it's a great idea overall? Let us know in the comments below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall, but most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very attention span defining filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
As well as our other shows.
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can check us out on Twitter
as well as Stardust.
at Super React Bros.